Good morning, you guys. It's Shanda Sumpter. I literally just woke up and I'm sitting in a shower. I'm literally sitting in a shower. There's a shower right here. I'm sitting in the shower and I thought to myself, do I put my hair up in a ponytail, make myself look a little better, or do I just show up the way I am right now? And the question I had to ask myself, and I think that all of us get to ask ourselves questions like this, and that is, how often do we not show up because we either don't look perfect or things aren't perfect? The truth is I was just laying in bed. I was up till 11 o'clock last night, actually probably up to like 11:30 last night, and I already started thinking last night that I didn't want to get up and do coffee with Shanda today. Like I literally was like, have you ever had that where you're already dreading something you need to do in your business or something that you've chosen to do in your business, and you're already dreading it the day before, and you're already setting yourself up in your head to even possibly give up and not do it, or not feel like do it and not do it. And so that was me yesterday. That was me last night. So I'm going to bed last night after being up late, and I'm here at an event serving and giving, and it was an amazing day yesterday, but it was a deep, big, awesome day. And so some people would say they were emotionally drained. I'm not emotionally drained, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I didn't know what I wanted to say today. My eyes are red, not because of alcohol. But my point is that it's just a great reminder for me about what commitment looks like versus what feelings look like. And also what it looks like when you or I don't do something because of the fact that we don't know what we're going to do, or it's not perfect. I mean, I don't know. Was there ever a day that I or you maybe wouldn't have done a Facebook Live that not only, it's not penciled, it's like inked in to the internet, where I'm never going to be able to get my face off the internet sitting in a bathroom in a shower. You know, like how many, and obviously hardcore, my business is really important to me, and I'm sitting here in my pajamas with no bra and in a shower. And I'm going to say, just even this moment is a breakthrough in commitment and consistency and doing whatever it takes and being honest and being raw and being, vulnerable versus being perfect, or even just taking a moment to like even being in control of not being perfect could have been me putting my hair up and looking okay versus just like a complete mess. So I hope that you're understanding what I'm saying right now, because what I'm saying right now is that if there's something in your life or your business that you're still procrastinating on because you don't know what to do, or you don't feel like doing it, or maybe you're tired, then I just want to invite you to show up. Because whatever it is that you want to do in your business or your life, it's these little moments that make every bit of the whole thing coming together. In other words, people will say to me, Shanda, here's a vulnerable moment. People will say, Shanda, how do you do it, and how are you so strong, and how do you stay consistent? One day at a time. Because honestly, I was this close to not showing up. I mean, I was this close to not showing up. Like, you're not paying me, it's a Facebook Live, it's just coffee with Shanda, I was up late last night, I look like yuck. My husband's still sleeping in bed, which he could probably hear me doing this now, so now I'm interrupting him. There's like all these different levels. What?
No interruption, I'm here.
No interruptions, he's here, so he's here. He better watch it. I might crawl into bed with him on a Facebook Live. Anyway. So, but these moments are really real. And so, by the way, I'm not always consistent. I mean, I work on this. I mean, there's areas in my life that I fight, and including like even just fight to show up and be here with you right now. And so what if we just stop comparing ourselves to even people on the internet that look like they're perfect, or people that, you know, that we watch their videos and pretend somehow like they have the perfect marriages or the perfect, the perfect consistency, the perfect strength, the perfect willpower. Willpower is so inconsistent, but what you can do is you can create a pattern, a behavioral pattern that you show up for yourself. And then when you or somebody else doesn't show up for you, that you practice flexibility, you practice accepting that moment, because guess what? We all break down from time to time. However, it is in those moments, if you can catch yourself and really show up, it really does make a difference. And honestly, even while I'm like talking to you right now, I'm noticing the bags under my eyes. Like, the only reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I just think we need to be real about what it's like to be human, and what it's like to be a human in business, a human on the internet these days, and what it really looks like. And humans are messy, right? They're messy. We're messy. And sometimes we give up on things too quickly, and we think we know what we're talking about. We think we know what's best for us, and we don't follow things all the way to completion. And then we miss out on a huge, 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 juicy moment in life because we know we don't want to engage, or we got better things to do. Or sometimes we don't show up and do the work that we're supposed to do, or do a cold call, or write an email, or write a blog, or make a simple decision in your business, because we're so stubborn about the fact that we want to be right, about the fact that we don't know better, or we're too tired, or we can't do a Facebook Live because I don't want to interrupt my husband, right? And so, I don't want to babble on about this, but I do want to be real. Like, this is what it takes. It takes showing up with bags under your eyes, looking like crap, tired. But it's not like I live like this every day. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you live like this every day. And if you do, you have a strategy problem, right? Like, if you're tired every day, or you like 80% of the time don't do what you say you're going to do, then you've just gotten into a rut, and you've gotten into a pattern of maybe overcommitting, or maybe maybe not asking for help, or taking the help when you get it, right? Obviously, I have a business coaching company, and so we coach people all the time. And I know, I'm so well aware that there's a group of people right now that are feeling lonely and feeling like they don't have the help that they want from my company, yet the help is there, right? But the help is there. But they're not allowing it in, or when they have a conversation, it's still not good enough because their expectation is way up here. I'm not saying that to put that person down or those people down. I'm actually saying that in an awareness moment. I mean, I used to go, have you ever been on vacation? And it's like you go on this great vacation, and then it's anticlimactic because you kind of go and you didn't plan anything exciting, or maybe you did plan something exciting, but it's still not good enough for you. Like, you had this expectation it was going to be mind-blowing, versus just this simple gratitude of just loving walking through this park or hiking up this mountain. And why is that important? Well, it's important, especially if you're trying to grow a business, because a business is grown in all these small little tweaks, and it's not very often that you have these huge explosions that make you feel like, oh my God, this is amazing because I just sent out an email and 40 people said yes to something, or, 20 people bought something in the last hour. Like, those moments are not very often. They're special. They're not very often, but yet we would like to have that holy cow moment that makes us feel passionate and excited about our business, or something that we're working on, or our vacation, our marriage. But these clues of how you feel are just sprinkled along every day of the year that you're living. And so I know we like to say it's about the situation we're in, or the coaching program we're in, or the marriage that we're in, or where we live. But the truth is that if you just start showing up and doing whatever it says that you are going to do. So I invite you to be in completion energy, like complete what you start, complete what you start. And then once you start getting good at completing what you start and showing up no matter what, no matter if you're going to disrupt somebody, or no matter whether or not you feel like it, or no matter, you get it. I mean, you get it. So if you just start doing that, what would your life look like? And then once you handle that, guess what? There's going to be something else to work on. Like maybe it's time for you to be kind. Maybe it's time for you to be grateful. Maybe it's time for you to think a little bigger. Maybe it's time to like lick your wounds the last time you invested in something. I invested in real estate and the market crashed, years ago. And I lived 7 years of bad luck, of bad credit. And I think why that's relevant is because I could have suffered for 7 years of losing my credit and losing the money I put into those homes, or I could look for the opportunity. And I know that sounds like a good thing, but I'm not motivationally speaking you right now. I'm strategically giving you an insight that if you keep holding on to the things that hurt you, then what happens is you don't live the future that's trying to come in now. And so I was so nervous to reinvest in the piece of real estate my husband and I bought, which is this beautiful land with beautiful ocean views. But I was nervous. But because of moments like this, showing up for Facebook Lives and being like real in front of you, that means that I hold my power versus give you my power, not show up. But then when I go to buy the real estate, I've now developed this muscle that I can do it even if I'm scared. And how that affects your business or my business is the visions that I have inside my head, I'm able to complete because of just showing up in all these different areas of my life. Now, I do have breakdowns. I still have breakdowns where I get frustrated with my husband. And that's something I'm really working on this year, is to really, how do I stay unattached if he's going through a moment that would normally trigger me? Like, so for instance, if my husband gets stressed about anything, or he's an analyzer, so if he's really thinking about, something that feels critical to me. I mean, how many women or men out there, if you're watching right now in internet world, are with somebody, dating somebody or married to somebody that you wish would be a little bit more positive? You wish they'd just look for the glass totally full versus like totally empty. And so that's a trigger for me. And so and somebody who analyzes, they're analyzing the problems and first before they ever get to the successes. And so that's been a stretch for me to learn how to not get condescending, or how to not judge, or just like say something that would hurt the other person. And that's one of my big stretches. That's my stretch personally for myself this year, is to really show up in a way where that just doesn't even affect me. And that might sound like, oh, good luck, Shanda, that's willpower. But no, that's me showing up like this every time I don't want to, because what that does is grow my power and my strength and my confidence. So anything you want is totally possible. Again, not motivationally speaking, just strategically thinking. But it's not going to happen for just a big break. I mean, you might be someone that, if I gave you a big break and I told you the exact formula on how to grow my business, you'd still not take it. You'd still make up an excuse, like I can't work because of my kids, I can't work because I live in the snow, I can't work because I have another job, I can't work because I'm tired of my adrenal fatigue, my adrenals are broken down. It's like, you've got to find a way to get on the other side of that. Maybe you need to lower your expectations and grow slower. Maybe you just need to make a decision today, right? Maybe you just need to show up and do a Facebook Live and talk about something vulnerable so that you can get your power back. I don't know what it is for you, but what I do know for you is that if you don't start keeping your word to yourself and doing what it takes for yourself, you're going to find that confidence isn't read in a book. Confidence is developed. It's a muscle, just like going to the gym. Same with making decisions, and same with getting over hurts. So pick your poison, or pick the poison you want to get out of your system, and then identify what that is, and then spend the next 6 months tackling that. So I just want to end on this. There's nobody watch on the internet that's perfect. I don't care if somebody's showing you like their relationship with their husband and it's perfect. I know a ton of relationship coaches, and there's a reason why they chose to be relationship coaches, because it was a messy place in their life and they found a system that works. But it doesn't mean they don't ever get irritated with their partner. You know, there's no business coach. I will never stand in front of you and tell you that I know everything in business, or that I never do anything that fails. Most of what I do fails first, but because of the simple act of learning how to commit in my life, failure is just not an option forever. And so I'll keep working on something until it succeeds. The only thing on my plate that I still haven't completed that didn't really succeed was my infomercial. I did 2 infomercials and they both failed. And so, but I have someone in my life this year that I've invested a lot of money in, who just by, and I'm having this realization right now, but just by pure, God is good. God is good. It's so crazy to me. The person that I'm studying with this year is like the #1 infomercial in real estate. He's been the most successful on infomercials in real estate, is actually coaching me this year. So how cool is that? That when you get in the pattern of the human behavior of actually committing, that everything around you serves itself up for you to commit anyway. So who knows? Maybe I'll have an infomercial again next year, where I can actually get really successful at it. That would be a great example of me picking up something that I don't really feel like doing anymore, but deep down inside, God, I'd love to do a really good, successful PBS special or an infomercial that really makes a difference for people. Maybe it's even a Netflix show that's like an infomercial. So what I'm doing for you right now is just showing you what it looks like to dream. And that's what it looks like to dream, is what I just did. I'm starting to pull the thread on a possible dream. Or I can give up on it. So just pay attention to what you're giving up on, because you've made a reason of not committing. Commitment, I promise you, there is nobody that you're watching online that's successful that sucks at commitment. They've all gotten good at commitment, which means make the decisions you need to make today and show up. And if you don't show up, let it go and show up again. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go crawl back in bed with my husband. Let's see. Hi. So let's go say hi to Ash. Hi, honey.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, you can't really see him. How do you love it that I'm so transparent that I'm putting you on Facebook Live, inked on the internet, in bed?
That's beautiful. You're pushing me to the limits.
I'm pushing you to the limits. All right. Anyway, you guys, thanks for being in my life, and thanks for allowing me to share today. And I just want to say, just show up today. All right. I'll talk to you soon.